Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Creek Thrift. If you're new here, my name is Candy, and today I have week 4 from December, which means that it's going to be my month-end total, and you get to see how much I earned in the month of December. I'm going to go over what I sold in that last week and my full amount of sales for, actually, I haven't done the year. I'm going to do a year in review and like a goals video separate from this one. But if you just want to see my what sold in week 4 in my month end of December, that's this video. So stay tuned, as they say. I'm a little spazzy. I just got off work, and so I'm going to jump in and get this filmed so that I can put it out tonight because I like to do my videos on Tuesdays and like Saturdays. Sometimes, though, I'd miss a day and I get it done like midweek, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, occasionally on Fridays, like I did last week, a Friday video. But I do try to do at least 2 a week right now. And so, yeah, if you're interested to see what's sold, stick around. Obviously, this first item is right here on the screen for you. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toddler comforter. So it was like a 42 by 58 size. And it was super cute. I'm going to click on it to show you what it looked like. So it was actually in excellent, perfect condition. Like there was no flaws, no stains, no rips. I think the only issue was the tag was a little worn, but other than that, everything looked really good. Even the tag here looks nice. But yeah, it was in really good condition. So this item I picked up at Goodwill on October 1st last year, 2025, and I paid $2.40 for it. Posted it on all the apps, and that means Mercari, DEPOP, eBay, of course, and Poshmark. So this one sold on Mercari. It sold on December 23rd, and it sold for $22.40. And so it just took about a week and 2 weeks-ish, maybe, week and a half to 2 weeks. And I made a profit of $16.97. Okay, so the next item is this Pampered Chef stainless steel offset large spatula. Black handle and metal is what I put. And this was the, like the bigger sized spatula. So anyways, people like metal and stainless steel spatulas. And there's a lot of people that sell Pampered Chef that would rather pick it up for cheaper than buying it brand new. There's also a lot of people that go to the shows, or like the shows are mostly online now. I used to sell Pampered Chef back when we actually did in-person shows. But like a lot of people still want some of the items, but they don't want to pay the high. And plus the shipping costs and everything is just super expensive. But anyways, so this one I did get, and I fairly recently picked this one up again. Let's see. It was at Goodwill on November 5th this last year, so I paid $1.60. And that's the thing, like you can go, I find Pampered Chef items often. In fact, I just picked another one up at the store. It's in a bag back there. I haven't shown it to you guys yet. It will be coming in a new haul video. So stick around, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll put the little thing on the screen somewhere. But anyways, stick around, and yeah, so I'll have another Pampered Chef. It's brand new too, which is crazy. But I find them pretty cheap most of the time. And so for this item, I paid $1.60. For me, that was definitely worth picking it up. Posted it on December 12th to all the apps, with the exception of Depop. It would have been on just Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. Depop I'm picky with on what I post on there because they like to yell at me for certain things. So I just haven't been putting things. I don't think you can put, because I tried silverware and they took the silverware down. I don't know. There's certain things. So now I'm just kind of like sticking with clothes for the most part. Anyways, and so it did sell on eBay December 25th. It sold for $13. So I made $8.59. The next item is a Polo Ralph Lauren men's flannel plaid long sleeve button-up shirt, extra large, red and blue, and it was in really good condition, like pretty good condition overall. I thought so, and it was very nice. I picked it up at Goodwill on November 8th last year. So I did pay up. I paid $8.50 for this, and I'm pretty sure they had it marked double that originally, and $8.50 was like their half price. Anyways, so I paid $8.50 for it, posted it on December 1st to all the apps. It sold on eBay December 25th as well. It sold for $34, and I made a profit of $19.17. My next item is this Zara mini skirt in an extra small gray silverish color, and I put technical water repellent and snow fashion. So I thought it was interesting that the little zipper, it looks like it would go on the back, but it was actually like a front zipper. So I thought that was interesting. And then you can see that it was essentially new without tags. I'm sure somebody probably wore it once and then just never wore it again because it was in excellent condition. Super cute, but I've had this one for a while, so I was glad to see it go. So this item I picked up at the Goodwill bins November 2nd of 2024. So I picked it up that day. My average cost per item was $2.25. Posted it on November 18th to Poshmark and eBay of November of 2024, mind you. So it sat for over a year. It finally sold on eBay 13 months later on December 26th. And I took an offer, and it sold for $10.70. I probably sent an offer, and they probably countered me. I don't remember. But anyways, I made a whole profit of $5.86, and I was happy to see it go. The next item is this Disney The Lion King figurines. Simba, Nala, Pumbaa, Timon. Why can't I not say that? I know his name, Timon, Scar, Zazu, and I put Cake Topper because oftentimes the little figurines like this, even though they're like cute for playing toys, but oftentimes people want to do like a birthday cake and put like the little toppers on. And so I've seen a lot of people say to put Cake Topper in the title, so I did that. And I think it's helped sell a few of my smaller toys recently, so definitely add that to your like title. So this item I picked up also recently at Goodwill on December 3rd. I paid $2.50, posted it on December 20th to all the apps. It sold on Poshmark December 27th, so it only took 1 week. Sold for $11, and that did give me a profit of $5.39. But then that one only took a week to sell, so that was a pretty quick flip. The next item I've had for a while, this is a vintage Russell Athletic Texas A&M women's sweatshirt, extra large, white, colorful. I put rare and Aggies on it. It just had like this colorful embroidered Texas A&M logo. It wasn't really their logo, but like just the words. So I'm sure somebody just did this. They probably have like an embroidery sewing machine or something, and so they did it. Super cute though. I love that it was like the little like colors. It did have a couple minor stains, so I kind of disclosed those on here. This was back like I was like, circle, there's a stain here and there's a stain here. That could be why it took a while to sell, just because I was pretty clear about the stains. I did originally also post this item. It came from my daughter's closet. So originally we picked it up at in Waco at some vintage shop. It used to be kind of next to Magnolia, but I don't think they're there anymore. And we had gone to Magnolia, and she was freezing that day, so she went into that shop and picked out this sweatshirt, and I'm pretty sure we paid like $20 for it. I thought it was so unique and rare, like that it was rare, like I didn't see anybody else had one of these, so I posted it like for $200 originally, even though it had stains. I was like, I'm just going to post it at like $200 and see if I can sell it for like more. I did have several lowball offers around the time I first posted it. Maybe about half the time since I posted it. I posted it in July of 24, and I posted on Poshmark and eBay. And so I've had several lowball offers between now and then. I finally dropped it, and I finally at the point where I'm like, let's just sell it. And I did get it to sell for $74 on Poshmark, and that was on December 27th. So I was really happy to see it go. I made a profit of $58.40. So I did say zero invested because I never purchased this to resell, and we've had it for so long. It was in my daughter's closet and everything, so she wore it quite a few times. But so yeah, if I took out the $20 that we spent originally, I wouldn't have earned quite as much. but honestly, it was just, you know, straight from the house, posted it, and we got it to sell. It just took a while. So then the next item is this Cabernet full slip size 42 24-inch lingerie ivory lace stretchy straps, and I put 90. And it was also the baby doll. I should have used baby doll. It was like a baby doll top style, which is another reason I even picked this up in the first place. I'm not sure why I didn't put baby doll even in the comments down here, which is kind of funny, but I guess that happens sometimes. But it probably would have sold faster had I done that. And there's the little like vintage label. And then this item I picked up at Goodwill May 17th of 25 last year. Posted it, well, I picked it up for $3.59. I posted it on June 24th to Poshmark and eBay. And then I added it September 12th of 25 to Mercari and DEPOP. And then it sold on Poshmark on December 28th for $20. And I made a profit of $12.19. The next item is this silverware, which is probably one of the ones that got pulled from DEPOP. So I just took off. They pulled one of the silverware sets and were like, you can't post this here, and it's against the rules or whatever. And so I went and just like pulled off the other silverware that I had posted because I just didn't want them to keep like hitting me with dings. So I was like, okay, fine. But yeah, so this one is, I think it's called Faltzgraf Crossroads Setting Silverware 6-piece set, forks, spoons, flatware is what I put. And so this item came out of a bag from Goodwill. They like to lump silverware together, sometime in bags. And some of the Goodwills I go to, it's just like all thrown out on a shelf or in like a bin, and you can sort through it. But I like when I can like look if they're in like a bag, and then because they have like somebody's already gone through and like gone, these go together. And then they usually throw like a couple different sets in one bag together, which is what happened, I think, with this one. But I picked this one up August 9th last year, and I did because it was $1.26 for this particular set. So I took the bag and I split it out based on the different like sets that were in the bag and all the different items that were in the bag. And then I did what I do with the bins, and I averaged cost. For the price of the bag, I average cost out each section that I was going to price out separately, if that makes sense. So it was a $1.26 investment for this set of 6. And I posted it September 23rd to Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, DEPOP, minus that I had to take it off. And it sold on Poshmark on December 28th, and it sold for 10. So I think she offered me like less than that, and I was like countering her, and we settled on 10. So I made a profit of $5.63. The next item is this Bowden Color Block Halter one-piece swimsuit, bright pink, green, navy, women's 10R. Anyways, this was a really cute swimsuit, and I thought somebody out there was going to really like it. I really like the colors, the way it's like very color pop style, you know, just kind of like very bright. So anyways, this item I picked up at Goodwill on October 11th last year, and I paid $5.79. Posted it November 11th to all the apps, and it sold on Poshmark December 29th, and it sold for $25. I earned a profit of $13.94. I actually think something that could have helped this one sell that week was there's a TikTok, a popular gal, her user handle on TikTok, I think, is called Walmart Amy Adams. Is that her name? Walmart Amy Adams, because she looks like Amy Adams the actress, but she calls herself like Walmart Amy Adams because she's obviously not Amy Adams. But she does some really cute, like, funny videos. And so anyways, I like her. And she and her husband went on vacation, and so she had posted a video being on vacation in the pool, and she was wearing probably a Bowden swimsuit, or if it wasn't, it was one similar, because it had the color blocking like this particular swimsuit does. So I think that's why, because it kind of looked like this. So I kind of wonder, because if she wore that and then she's got a pretty big following, that somebody might have seen that swimsuit and gone and looked to try to find themselves one that was similar, is what I was thinking. It just seemed coincidental that it sold right after she had worn that. But anyways, I was happy to see it go. The next one is a pair of LuLaRoe red, white, star print, one size leggings. Obviously we all, like, I wouldn't pick this up at the store if I had found it, but it came from a donation. So I had zero invested, and so I went ahead and posted it. Back in May of 24, I posted it to Poshmark and eBay, and I added it to Depop and Mercari on December 12th, and then it sold on Poshmark December 29th. I think it's funny that when you go and add it to another app, then sometimes it's like it gets new interest on other apps. I'm not sure how that works. But I ended up selling it for $15, so I made $11.84. So I thought that was a pretty good, since I didn't have anything invested in it. Anyways, and then the next item I just picked up also, this is a rock and roll denim shirt, men's gray floral, Western modern fit, pearl snap, size extra large, and it was 100% cotton, as you saw there. So I thought that was kind of a nice style, which is why I picked this one up. I did look up rock and roll denim shirts for men on eBay when I was at Goodwill to see kind of like what the comps were. They were going like, okay, it depended more, I think, on the style of the shirt. And since this one was pearl snap, and I thought it had a nice aesthetic, being that dark floral, I went ahead and picked it up. And I picked this one up on December 3rd. So it was pretty quick flip also. I paid $6.99 for the shirt, posted it December 23rd to all 4 apps. It sold on eBay a week later on December 30th for $25.20. So I made $13.44 pretty quick. And I think something that was interesting is this person messaged me after they purchased it, and they were like, can you please bubble wrap the shirt? And I thought that was kind of a funny request, but I was like, sure, fine. I don't mind bubble wrapping your shirt, no problem. I understand it so those the pearl snaps don't break in the mail. But I thought that was kind of a funny one. I've never bubble wrapped a shirt until this particular order, so I guess you just get random requests occasionally like that, but I had bubble wrap, so I was like, no problem. And then this one was also kind of an interesting thing. So this is a Leanne Ford crate and barrel set of 3 small ceramic measuring cups, black and white. Okay, so I found these at the store. There was only 3 of them at the store. I know Crate and Barrel's pretty popular. It's like a nice high quality items. So you can kind of see on the, let me zoom in here. So on the handle, like this one says 1/3. On this handle, you can't read it. Let me go back the other way. Oops, I clicked off of it by accident. Let me go this way. So this one says 1/4, and then this one says 1/3, and this handle doesn't show anything at all. And if you can, you really can't read it at all. When they stacked up together, you can see that you have the 1/4, the 1/3, and then you can see that it's a missing measuring cup, and then the 1 cup is the biggest one. So the gal messaged me, and she said that she has this set at home, and hers had just broke. She shattered the 1 cup, she said. So she was looking for the 1 cup. So she was really happy to find this set that I had, and I put in the notes that it was a 1 cup, 1/3 cup, and 1/4 cup. And what's also funny is that I did research this item before I posted it, and I know that it comes in a set of 4, and it said it came in 1 cup, 3/4 cup, the 1/3 cup, and the 1/4 cup. So, you know, using my scientific deductions, the fact that there's a gap sitting right here would tell me that I'm missing the 3/4 cup. So I just posted it for what it was. 1 cup, 1/3 cup, 1/4 cup. I did not mention anything about the 3/4 cup. That has nothing to do with it. But she messaged me after she received the item and goes, oh, so this isn't the 1 cup. She said that this largest one is not the 1 cup. I kind of believe her, but I kind of don't, because and that sounds bad, but like I kind of believe her and I kind of don't, because I did the research and it said it came with 1 cup. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's definitely a missing cup that goes right here and fits in, so they stack perfectly. and so I'm almost positive it's a 3/4 cup that my set is missing, the one that I sold her. But she said that she matched it up with hers and it didn't. But anyways, it doesn't matter. She said she was keeping it. She was happy with it. She gave me a 5-star rating. I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know, like, it doesn't have a label on the actual little, like, the other ones are labeled. This one doesn't have a label. So I just assumed it was a 1 cup. And I still think it's the 1 cup. I don't know what happened there, or because it's pottery, maybe they're like slightly different sizes, even though they shouldn't be because they're measuring cups. That's a lot of like explanation. But anyways, the good news is I still got a 5-star rating. She still bought it. She was still happy with it. And I told her if I ever find a 1 cup when I'm out and about, I will buy it for her. But I just feel bad because I was just like, I don't know what happened there. It's kind of a bizarre situation. But I guess that's just one of those things that happen. So anyways, back to that. I did pick it up at Goodwill on October 11th. I paid $2.35 for the set of 3 and posted it November 27th to Poshmark. Well, to Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And it sold on Poshmark on December 30th for $27. So I earned a profit of $18.96. So if you happen to find one of these like cups, there's somebody that has the set of 4 listed. Actually, let's go look real quick. It's right here. Somebody has the set of 4, and now I'm curious. Her comments say it has, the 1 cup has a small imperfection. All the rest in great condition. And I'm curious if hers shows... See, like her 1 cup, you can see it says 1 on it right here. So like it's supposed to, and mine is just really, like I can't see it. I can't tell if it's a 1 cup. And it looks like she's got a 1/3, a 1/4, and I think I'm right, you guys. I can't zoom in right here. But that I could swear says 3/4. I might be mistaken, but it's definitely smaller, and this is definitely a 1 cup. So I honestly think I'm right. I really truly believe I was right about that situation. So anyways, if you like that set, there's a set here for $48, which is more than this gal paid for mine, being $27 for 3 of them. But yeah, anyways, so there's that set. Anyways, the next item I sold is this Strata Hybrid Golf Club head covers set, 4H, 5H black. I put black, gray, blue, embroidered, and pear. 5H, 4H. And there was some like little holes right here, so I made a note of that too. Otherwise, I got these items at the Goodwill bins June 20th of last year, 25. I paid $2 for them and posted them on eBay only on July 18th of 25. So it took a while. It took about 6 months. Sold on eBay December 31st, and it sold for $19.59. So I earned a profit of $13.92. And then the next item is this Dutch Bros sticker from the sticker drop December of 2024. It was the frosted cookie sticker. I love Dutch Bros. If you follow me, you know that I've talked about Dutch Bros before, but I picked this one up. I get these stickers occasionally. They give me extras. I don't usually go and ask for extras, except that I do get them for like my kids. So I usually ask for like one for me, one for like each of my daughters, and sometimes my husband if it's one he would want. Sometimes they hand me like extra stickers without asking. And then there's also occasions where I might pick one up for my daughter that's at college, and she went to Dutch Bros and happened to get the same sticker, so she didn't actually need it. And so sometimes I end up with extra stickers. It's not intentional for the most part. I don't try to go off and get them, but I do get them sometimes, and I do get extras occasionally. In fact, one time on the, if you're like a follower of Dutch Bros, they have a drink one for Dane, because the owner, his brother passed away. They opened Dutch Bros together, and his brother passed away for, I think, ALS. So they'll do like a drink one for Dane Day once a year. And so they donate, to the charity. But they'll put out a sticker that day. And it's not like a super popular sticker every year, but people obviously do get it. But I went one year and they gave me a whole stack of them. I was like, what am I going to do with all these stickers? But anyways, it just happens by like, if it's super busy, you won't get that many. But if it's like, they have a whole bunch, they sometimes hand you like extras. So anyways, I got this sticker for free. I posted it February 7th of 25 on Poshmark. And then I actually added it to eBay, Mercari, and Depop September 9th of 25. And then it sold on Poshmark on December 31st. And it sold for $10. So I made $5.39, which buys me another coffee. So, which I kind of like. But anyways, and then the last item for the month of December is this Boston Celtics women's jersey style dress in a large. Athletic Sports is, I put Athletic Sports because I think that's the logo. And then I put green and yellow just because of the colorway. Yeah, it says Athletic Sports right here on the actual label. And I just thought that was kind of a cool dress when it came out. I had seen it on like the new rack, and so I grabbed that one because it was pretty cool looking. So this item I picked up at Goodwill on April 19th. I paid $6.59, and I posted it on Poshmark and eBay on May 13th last year. It sold on Poshmark December 31st, and it sold for $57. So I made a profit of $38.39. And so that was my last sale for the month. So now I'm going to go over the totals for the month. So my first total is the amount that I paid. So some items came out of our house, out of our closets, so I had $0. Some items came from donations. And then some items I paid for at the Goodwill bins or at the thrift stores, like Goodwill mostly. But it looks like one came from a flea market, St. Vincent de Paul. So like you can see, like sometimes I pay for things. Walmart, this was like in the clearance aisle at Walmart. So anyways, out of all the items that I sold just in the month of December, I had invested $169.83. My total gross sales, which it's like including the fees, it's including shipping on eBay anyways, because they include it in their totals. Poshmark excludes it. I think Mercari excludes it, and I don't remember what Depop. I'd have to go look. But anyways, so my total gross is $1,844.53, so $1,844.53. And then I have some lines here. This is mostly for when I'm doing my bookkeeping for like taxes and stuff, so it's not really information you really want to know. But like my fees, platform fees that I paid was $300.63 for the month of December. And then my grand total, which is what you really want to know about, after fees and after my, after my cost of goods. Sorry, I was like getting myself confused. So my total net profit, this is before I take taxes out though, so you still have to count on the fact that I haven't taken taxes out of this, is $11.32. So interesting that it was even, no change. But $1,132, guys. I think this is my biggest month out of the entire year, which is pretty cool. Last month I had earned a profit of $855, and then October was $936. So I think that was my second biggest month out of the year, but it might have been July. I'll have to go back, which I'll do that. I'll do a recap of the year of 2025 and then my goals for 2026. I think I want to put together a video that recaps how I did on my goals this year from 2025, because I have to go back and find where I said what my goals were for the year, because I know I put it in a video somewhere, so I'll have to go back and find it because I don't remember all of the goals that I said. So I'm going to go look that back up, and then I'm going to create a video with my new goals for this year for 2026. Happy New Year, by the way, you guys. I'm going to put together a new goals, and I already have a few of them written down, so I might come up with a few more. And then I want to go back and like compare my year of 2024 to the year of 2025 to show you how I'm progressing, I guess, doing this part-time. I also want to be able to look back on this every year at the end of the year to see how I did from the year before and maybe even the year before that. I think that would be a really fun video for me, so I'm going to do that, you guys. So keep an eye out for that. If you're interested in watching all those sort of videos as they come out. I do have more hauls. I have a few trips to Goodwill that I made, and so I have a few smaller hauls that I'm gonna, I think, lump together on one video. But I did find some really good stuff my last trip, and so yeah. But definitely keep an eye out. I have new videos coming out soon, so subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you stuck around this long, please hit the like button. And I'd love if you make a comment, because obviously comments really help the algorithm on eBay or whatever. I really am trying to get my subscribers up, so keep coming back, keep liking and commenting, because it helps push my videos out to other people. I would really like to get over the 1,000 mark, because that's where I keep saying eBay. That's where YouTube will monetize my videos, and I would really like to get to that point where even if I'm making a few dollars on a video, I'd be happy. I just want to be able to get to that point, you guys. So my goal is to get to 1,000. I know that is one of my goals this year, is to try to push my videos. I think I might be pushing it. I might start like posting on like TikTok and stuff. I already post on TikTok, but I might like post videos on TikTok to try to like push my YouTube channel, essentially, to get people to come over and subscribe, because I have over 1,000 people on TikTok that subscribe. So anyways, thank you for watching. I think that's it for this video, and I will see you on my next one. I hope y'all are having a great day. Bye.